What's up everybody, welcome back to my channel. In today's video I'm going to be showing you guys how I created these super cute strawberry shortcake nails. I've been wanting to do a set like this for a while and I finally got the stuff to do it, so we're going to go ahead and jump right in. As always, I'm starting by prepping my nails with 1 coat of Mia Secret dehydrator and 2 coats of Young Nails protein bond. I finally was able to get to the nail supply store and get more of my Mia Secret dehydrator and Young Nails protein bond. This is my favorite combo for nail prep. My nails always last a really long time when I use these 2 products together. Of course, you want to make sure that the coats dry before you go ahead and start doing your nails. I'm going to be doing an acrylic base on my nails today, and I'm also going to be encapsulating some of my gel polishes. So I have this pink color from Your Sugar. It's one of those rubber based gels and it's like a pink color with a bluish type of shift to it. It's really pretty. So I'm applying it to the tip of this nail because I'm going to be doing an ombre later on. And then I have this white glittery gel polish from Glam that I'm going to be using. It's from their Glam color palette. It has like a bunch of cream gels in there and then some glitter gels. This one is really pretty. I'm also going to be doing an ombre on this nail, so I'm going to go ahead and cure that for 60 seconds. And I'm going to go in with a second coat because the color is pretty light on both of the nails and I want to make sure that you can see it in the end result after I encapsulate the nails and everything. So I'm going in with a very light second coat on both of them. Then I'm going to go ahead and start building up the next 2 nails with this cover shade from Mia Secret. It's called Cover Nude Blush and I love this color, but as always it does take quite a few beads to build up the color because as you can see I applied a pretty generous amount to the tip of this nail, but as I'm brushing it out it always kind of like shears out towards the tip of the nail, so you might have to like go in and like add a couple beads to build up the color. Some colors aren't like really made to be applied to the entire nail, but I just love the way this color looks against my skin tone as a cover shade, so I want to apply it to my entire nail because I want it to be the base for my French nails. So I'm doing a 3 bead method and then just kind of adding in extra beads like I said to build up the color. I always start by building up the free edge first, then I start by building up my apex. So the first bead I apply towards the free edge of the nail, the second bead is like where the tip and the natural nail meet to start building the apex, and then the last bead is right above that to continue building the apex. The good thing about this color is that you don't have to apply clear to encapsulate it, you can just build up your nails with it. So I'm making sure to add just enough beads so that I don't have to go in at all later on and add anything else. I'm gonna go ahead and do the same thing on this nail, just building up the entire nail with the same color. Next, I'm going to go ahead and do the ombre on the two nails that I applied the gel polish to the tip. I'm using the same color that I built up the other two nails with. So I always start by applying my first bead to do the blend where the tip and the natural nail meet and blending that down into the tip color. Then I go in with a bead above that and blend it down into the previous bead and into the tip, and then I just add in small beads to further perfect the blend. These colors blend together really well because the tip color is pretty much sheer, so you really don't have to do much work. As you could see, they blend like effortlessly. Also, I wanted to mention that I am working with the acrylic wetter than usual so that the colors blend better. I find that they blend better.
Ringy.
To finish up the base on the nails, I'm going to go ahead and use Mia Secret Clear Acrylic to encapsulate my ombre. So I'm basically using the clear to build up the free edge of the nail and then encapsulating the ombre so that I don't mess it up when I go to file my nails. It's like using the clear to build up the structure of the nail as well as protecting the blend. I'm also doing my 3-bead method for this, applying my first bead to build up the free edge, the second bead to build the apex, and the third bead to further build the apex, except this time I'm not adding too much acrylic to avoid bulking up the nails. And I'm also making sure to pat the sides and the tip until the acrylic dries to keep the shape.
Ringy.
Okay, moving on to the filing, I'm gonna start by debulking my nails before I go in with my hand file as always. So I'm using my Melody Susie nail drill and dust collector. Everything is linked in the description box. But yeah, I'm using a 180 sanding band and a man drill bit just to go in really quick and shape up the nails. I always start around the cuticle area, so I file around the cuticle area to seal it. I usually try to apply the acrylic thin around the cuticle area so that when I go in with my drill bit, I'm just kind of like going over it really quick, making sure that everything is sealed. Then I proceed to file side to side all the way down the nail, making sure that the nails are even overall. You want to make sure you file along the sidewalls too and underneath the nail. I also like pre-shape the nails with the drill by filing along the sides and the tip before I go in with my hand file. It just saves more time with hand filing. The nails with the ombre were a little bit thicker, so I will be making sure to take them down so that they're all kind of like the same shape. Sometimes that happens where they bulk up a little bit, but it's nothing a little filing can't fix. And you want to make sure you kind of like look at your nail from different angles to make sure that there's like no dents or dips in your nails.
Ringy. Greeny. Greeny.
Now I'm going to take my 180 grit hand file and go ahead and shape up the nails. I'm doing a long square shape, so I'm just filing straight along the sides of the nail, alternating sides so that the shape comes out evenly and not one side filed in more than the other. So as you can see, I'm holding my file like bone straight and just filing along the sides until I'm satisfied with like the overall width of the nail. Sometimes I do like file over the surface of the nail to kind of like, you know, bring in the shape a little bit more. And then I file the free edge by holding my file at a slight angle but straight across. And after I'm done shaping up the nails, I'm going to take my buffer and buff over the surface of all of the nails and underneath the nails. This will smooth out any rough edges as well as buff out any scratches on the nail. You always want to make sure you do that step, especially if you're going to be doing nail art on top of the nail. Otherwise those little micro scratches are going to show.
Greeny. Greeny.
Alright, now that the nails are all shaped up, I'm going to use my detail brush to start painting the French on these next two nails. So I'm using Madame Glam Bold White for the French on this nail. I always start by outlining the smile line and then I use the polish brush out of the bottle just to fill in the tip so it's faster. Then I go back in with the detail brush to get like those edges and then kind of like perfect the smile line. I will be going in with a second coat because as you can see, it's a little bit sheer in some spots, and I'm making sure to keep wiping the sides as well to avoid like making the nails look wide. I'm gonna do the same thing on this nail, except I'm gonna be using this very pale pink shade from Nail Reserve LA called No Strings Attached.
Creamy.
Now that those are cured, I'm going in with a second coat on both of the nails like I said. So I basically just kind of like paint the tip with the polish brush right out of the bottle. Then I go in with my detail brush to get the sides. And if you do get a little bit on the nail bed, just make sure you wipe that off. It's a little bit easier to get a little bit of it on the nail bed so that the color applies evenly, and then I just kind of remove it. I'm using isopropyl alcohol to remove it so that the nails don't get that white film on it. Sometimes when you use acetone, that happens.
Creamy.
Okay, now I'm gonna go ahead and start applying my nail stickers. So I have these really cute strawberry shortcake nail stickers. I've been wanting to do a strawberry shortcake set for like the longest time, but I never had the stuff to do it. So I finally found some stickers. They're so cute. There's strawberry shortcake, and there's also like the little cat and some flowers, also some strawberries. So I'm kind of incorporating all of those things into this set. These stay on really good, so I was able to like apply all of the stickers before applying a layer of base gel over them to seal them. I always like to apply a layer of base gel after I'm done applying my nail stickers to seal everything in before I apply my bling, to make sure that none of the sides pop up or anything. But yeah, these stay on really good. The really tiny flowers are so hard to like apply. They're so like small.
Ringy. Ringy.
Alright, now that the nail stickers are on, like I said earlier, I'm going to seal them in with some base gel. This is like an 8-in-1 builder gel, but you can also use it as like a base gel from Born Pretty. So I'm applying it over the nail where the stickers are and everything to make sure that everything is sealed in before I put my bling on. Before I seal in the nail stickers on these two nails, I'm going to go ahead and do like a little ruffle design around the smile line on this nail, just to kind of like add something to the set. So I'm using that same pink shade from Nail Reserve LA called No Strings Attached in my detail brush. You just kind of make like little half M shapes all around the smile line and then retrace the smile line underneath.
Ringy.
Last, I'm going to go ahead and add some nail charms with some rhinestone gel. So I'm going to use some strawberries, flowers, and bows to complement this set. And after that, I am going to top coat all of the nails with some top gel. I'm going to top coat underneath the two glittery nails because they're like slightly glassy nails. But yeah, I really love the way these came out. I love the little strawberry nail charms, and I feel like everything went together so perfectly. It came out super cute. I hope you guys like this set. Let me know what you think of it in the comments. If you're new, don't forget to subscribe before you leave and hit the bell so you get notified when I upload videos every week. And don't forget to follow me on Instagram and TikTok. I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye. Love you guys.
Ringy. Ringy.